fundamentally, the way the decks operate, the way Control operates counters the fundamental way Aggro operates. And holy shit, why do I keep playing against non-legends? I don't want this fast of Q times. Everyone else wants these fast of Q times. I just want to gain ranks when I win. That's all I want. And like, I won the last 3. So I don't know what's going on. And he got the ring. I'm a little salty here. Can't lie. Little salty.
They make it too easy.
The Night Mother will guide us.
It's an average start.
They cannot hope to outwit me.
Now the correct attack here is to attack with that first, but he didn't do that. Because if I got Whereabouts there, he'd be able to trade that in.
Friend.
Which it looks like he kind of thought about by holding Wardcrafter, but he didn't think about it at all. Now I'm kind of upset that he made the wrong attack as well. Oh no. The tilt, it's overcoming me. Why did he make a tiny misplay and send my mind into a frenzy? Whatever. Pretty dead. There are too many ways to make mistakes in this game. It's impossible to get punished for all of them, right? I've made tiny mistakes and not gotten punished. He did make the right play this time.
For the Black.
He did indeed, so I think it was just a brief mistake. He's gonna use all of his magic efficiently because he knows how to play this game. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I'm not memeing, that was, you know, it just really sucks for me. I don't know what to do, man. Don't. If I had 7 Magicka, I'd be in a really good spot. Earthbone Skaven that whole lane, blow it up. Hell yeah. Well, we know where this is going. Skaven takes 4 off the board. This takes 3 off the board. Sets up for a Skaven. Maybe I Skaven and set up for Leaf Lurker. I can also Thieves Guild.
What have we here? Let's heat things up.
I feel like they said they were going to make nerfs to aggro and only nerfed 1 aggro deck. It was the only good aggro deck. I don't know what other aggro decks people thought were like playing, because everyone's like, oh, this game is so aggro. Keep playing against Battle Mage. Like, what other... Like Crusader, I guess, but the Orc Crusader is kind of more mid-rangey, and the Standard Crusader is just worse at aggro than Battle Mage. Battle Mage is kind of the pinnacle of a good aggressive deck right now. We could see some good Pilfer Monk decks if they were better positioned, I guess. I don't know.
They make it too easy.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Cast down these
Shadow.
I did only play 3 games and then D rank, but if I look at my stats, Ram Scout went 5-1 yesterday. It beat every single aggro deck I played against. It lost to Merrick Battle Mage, that's always a loss though. In the last few days... Huh. Well, let me find post-nerf stats. Control Spell Sword went 7-1, Ram Scout went 5-1. And I think besides that, all I've tested is like a ton of different Archer decks.
The day is mine.
Oh, too simple.
My scales move in shadow.
The forest is my clever.
If I fall, the hiss will betray me. What have we here?
How does this compared to Hearthstone? The gameplay is a lot deeper, but the game is still an open beta, so don't expect like a giant player base yet. not quite released. How do you record stats? Do you just use a spreadsheet? I just use a spreadsheet. No program that does it automatically. That's why you will frequently see me forget to punch in stats manually.
Moving shadow.
Dumont, take you! Feel my wrath! They cannot hope to outwit me. They cannot hope to outwit me.
I think this prevents me from dying entirely. You do one off of lethal with 2 bolts. Bolt my face twice, hit for 1. This random sounds
I
good.
lurk in the shadows, waiting.
What have we here? My scales moving shadow.
Yeah, I have an article that might help you out if you're coming specifically from Hearthstone, because I came from Hearthstone too.
You are the victim.
I was a weekly writer for Tempo Storm for over a year, hit Legend like 20 sometimes, etc. I don't know why everyone always says like one game is worse because it has like face decks. Every game ever has face decks. It's a resource-based game, and every single resource-based game is going to be like a deck that wants to win with low resources, just wants to play things as fast as possible and win. That's like a game plan. I don't know why we're surprised about that. I do agree there's less randomness in this game though. Prophecies, you can't always play around them, and people get upset about that. But I mean, you can't always play around anything in any game, and the fact that you can play around them to a lot. Like look what my opponent did last game. That one attack that he misordered earlier in the game, he probably has no idea that he made that mistake, but he did make that mistake, and he didn't get punished there. I didn't even get a prophecy. But like that takes probably, I don't know what the math is. He probably like lost 0.5% there. And if you keep losing 0.5%, 0.5%, like all these little tiny things that you make mistakes on, if you make those little tiny mistakes, you're going to be a less successful player overall over a large series of games, which is the point. That's like why we try to play well. I actually don't know if we ungolem first. Let's just do this first. Play on curve. We can weave that in with a 2-drop next turn, maybe.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
I mean, that's true inversion. But I also don't agree that aggro decks are the most mindless. I think one problem is that the player base is low, but if you expect aggro decks to just fall off or something, then a Rude Awakening might be in store. Like sometimes aggro is just a good deck. Like what I mentioned with that attack order mistake that he made last game, not SLW the last guy. Like people make those habitually in aggro versus aggro mirrors. It's one of the hardest matchups to play correctly. Most Magic pros will tell you this. Like aggro is very easy to play against a control deck. Control is very easy to play against an aggro deck. But when you have aggro decks competing, it's really hard to decide how to utilize all of your attacks correctly. People mess it up pretty frequently.
The Night Mother will guide us.
Moving shadow. Let's heat things up.
Kind of like splitting the lanes here because these are our weakest creatures and we have a Leaf Lurker activator in each lane.
Careful there, friend.
So even if we Earthboned that, he'd still have a good tome. If he played Renegade, he'd still have a good tome. He'd just double trade them both in. Could play Blood Dragon here, probably the best. I'm not saying aggro decks are like very, very difficult. Like it's not going to be more difficult than like your Advanced Calculus Final or something, but it's a card game. No deck is that difficult.
Your blood will spill.
And like every game has RNG. Or variance. RNG and variance are kind of interchangeable in the way that people complain about them. They're different things, obviously. Like variance is the top of your deck. RNG is Wabbajack random effect. But every game has those effects, and to expect them to not have those effects is a little bit, it's reaching. Like, you know, tell me, if chess didn't have variance, you could plan out every single game in advance. Like, you make your play, tell me what the best play is, then tell me exactly what your opponent's gonna do. Good luck. People still like develop new strategies, and you know, every situation is different in that game because you can't account for what your opponent's gonna do. It's variance in plays and stuff. anything, the deck count actually fights against aggro. I would say. Maybe I'm not right there. But I would say it's like, you know, a deck that is designed to win when it draws its curve and lose when it does not draw a good curve and your opponent can stabilize is probably worse off in a game where it's harder to draw your curve in 50 cards. Because, like, Cup Burst is a pretty important early game card, but it's only 3 of in a 50 card deck. Also, like, the odds are actually probably around the same because 2 of in a 30 card deck, that would mean like 3 of in a 45 card deck, and it's only 5 cards more in this game. Probably to balance the unique legendaries. Speaking of, I don't know if I should be playing Tazgadnir. Let's draw a card first.
What have we here?
They cannot
They
hope to
make
outwit
it too
me.
easy.
Yeah, that should not be a play we make. With his attack, I was anticipating an Ice Storm. I think that was reasonable, right? Especially since we've already seen a Harpy. Because obviously we need a silence, and we cannot Leaf Lurker when we silence, so we should double trade into the larger thing.
Has had enough.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
So now I can Ice Storm and it clears the entire board. Does not have it, or doesn't want to do it. Reaching a dangerous point, though.
Careful there,
Yeah,
friend.
even if he clears... Alright, this is good for me to a degree, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna face and play Leaf Lurker in a 4-drop.
Kashit has had enough.
The day is mine.
And I hope he doesn't have Atro.
The forest is my
Because I don't really know if I have game against that card right now.
Your blood will spill.
Oh, see ya, Smikey. It's been real. He's probably long gone. I'm still gonna say it, though, so I don't feel bad.
Let's heat things up.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
I'm actually a little surprised. Maybe it's not worth an Earth, but I don't know. Seems like fine. But like he could take a favorable with that against my Cup Burst anyway. Maybe he's just worried about taking life.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
Cost 5. It's not a card he can play along with Ice Storm. I'm gonna see if this is okay.
They make it too easy.
If we need to push extra damage, we can just use Breakthrough or trade that in and Leaf Lurker. It's hard to balance not losing to his burst damage and finding a way to kill him. We definitely shouldn't bounce this, right? Hey, what's up, Moxfire?
I'll kill you where you
The
stand.
day is mine.
Alright, we expected something like that to happen.
All too simple.
And he hasn't made any tokens whatsoever, so Atromancer by itself, while probably game-winning, isn't enough to win this turn. Okay.
We know.
Kashit has had enough. Outstanding.
I don't think we need to trade. Yeah, if he has 1 damage, he can trade with a 7-4. But I think that's fine. And we don't know if we're going to be able to draw something that we can combo. Like, we could go, like, 5-drop, 3-drop, and then we need something that's not another 5-drop to pop around Kinsman next turn. Because he's obviously going to kill at least this, right? If we didn't. If we trade, it dies. If we wait for him to trade, it would die. That's obviously, like, bad for me. I've already seen one of those, though, I think. Yeah, we saw... Actually, yeah. Alright. So now we're looking for a ping. Let's really want to kill that.
Let's do this.
Missed on that. We found the ping, that's huge. There's no way we die from just these two. You already used the lightning bolt. 2 bolts only puts him at 12. We do this. Should we witch in the left? Is there a reason to witch in the left?
The forest is my place.
This one place that had like, oh, it was like probably the nicest place to get beer in the history of the planet, honestly. And yeah, it was like a ton of different kinds. You could tell them exactly what kinds you're into, and they would hook you up with like a flight of beers, and that was good beer. Usually they're not quite that good.
What have we here?
They cannot hope to outwit me.
It has had enough.
Well fought.
Alright, so we sort of redeemed ourselves with that deck. Again with the non-legends.
May you walk on warm sands.
Greetings.
It's just weird because like MMR matters, right? And I won my last 5 in a row. I don't know.
Belong to us.
Blackmail. Is it still bugged? No, unfortunately. God, Blackmail monk. Is this like the Altar monk, I guess? We have to be favored, right? Because we're just to beat your opponent's face deck.
If I fall, the hist will reclaim me.
Yeah, I come from a long line of Italians. They all like red wine. I kind of like red wine. Wine is meh.
Your side.
Alright. For a minute I was confused, gotta be honest.
Chaos take you.
Let's heat things up.
This of course would let us play the witch and trade like that. Blackmail, Mournhold Trader, and Shadow Shift. I don't think this is the altar deck anymore. Just concede, you're not getting any rank from him, so give him a free win. No.
Tawaka watches over me.
We work for our wins in this house, and we don't give wins away.
I'll kill you where you
Chaos
stand.
take you.
Since when are aggressive decks running Blackmail? Since when are slow decks running Mournhold Trader? I have to decide which one I like. If I play for it like being a control deck, I could get beaten down. If I play like it's an aggressive deck and then it turns into a control deck, I think we're still happy with that. But if I can't play like it's a control deck when I'm losing this much life.
If I fall,
Alright, we win.
the hist will reclaim me.
That was the risk of spending his entire turn playing Divine Fervor, losing to that.
A dark omen for you.
He knew the nerf, and he is punished now. And that's fine. I don't know what this deck's trying to do. It's rank 1 monk, guys. Yeah, I think we just keep our Leaf Flicker around, just tempo this. We keep our Werebat around, just tempo this Leaf Flicker out.
I'll kill you where you stand.
The forest is my cloak.
You blackmail for Withered Hand Cultist so that your future blackmails are as unplayable as Blackmail already is.
They cannot hope to outwit me.
We're modless. Are we actually modless? There has to be some. Corey was here earlier, but he just told me to play a deck and left, I think. Yeah. I'm here, guys. Everyone's like, psh.
Dumont, take you. Dumont, take you. I'll kill you where you stand.
If I fall, the hist will
Yeah, it's fine. In fact, we could just... Yeah, we could just do that. Oh, wait, whoa. That is a little bit larger than I thought it might be, because I'm bad at reading Divine Fervor. Alright. Keep that around, sure.
They cannot hope to outwit
Oh, I guess I had 4
me.
Magicka left. Yeah, I was thinking Kinsman because I was remembering the previous play I was gonna do. Yeah, I probably should have been Ogrim. It's really hard to answer from him. Was that the 3rd curse?
All too simple.
2nd curse. I was gonna say we're 1 off lethal because I made that mistake, but he's not taking the trade.
Dumark, take you!
All too
I'll
simple.
kill you where you stand!
That was interesting.
Nicely done.
See, we did gain a rank from that. That's why you don't concede to rank 1s. Alright.